Hello. Have you ever... Wait, I forgot my question. Hold on. I'll preface by saying I see a lot of people, and some of them are... This doesn't sound very loving, but some of them are unlovable. Those people, we all have them in our life, who you can do anything and everything, and it's still just not good enough. First and foremost, I've actually learned not to take that personally, so I would encourage you to do the same. Don't take it personally. If you're doing everything you can and they're still not pleased, it's not you, it's them. I've looked up articles because, okay, we'll step back and say these people, whether they're lovable or not, they're still God's children, and we still have a duty to love all. And we can go even farther to say praying for enemies. So if you've got people in your life that aren't necessarily an enemy per se, but they're just really hard to be around, and for whatever reason you need to be around them, could be anybody, but if they're not going away, you can assume that your presence in their life, might plant the seeds for God's work in the future. You just don't know. So ultimately, we have a responsibility to treat everybody well, with love, and because God loves us in our good, bad, and ugly times. And that actually brings me to the question I was thinking of. Have you ever self-assessed? I know that we can all look at other people and think, that person's not likable, or that person's annoying, or blah, 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 blah. But have you ever turned it back on yourself and thought, what do people think of me? How am I perceived? Am I easy to be around or not? And I'll be the first to admit, I've noted many times with it's kind of funny. Well, it's not funny, but I think I'm a little too much for some people. And being too much for somebody might not be the best way to describe it, but I am who I am, and I genuinely want good for all people. I truly, I don't have anybody in my heart that I dislike. Some people are harder to be around, but genuinely, I don't have people that I dislike in my life, in my neighborhood. But with that said, I'm sure there are people that could look at me and dislike me, or not like what I have to say, or anything of the sort. But I can look at myself and say, okay, well, is this something that is necessary to change, or do the people that I know need to accept me for who I am? I guess ultimately what I'm trying to say is, do we want to make it hard for people, or do we want to be a person that's easy to be around? And of course, the preference in dealing with people sometimes who are unlovable, the preference would be that you don't want to do that to other people, right? So it's just something to be thoughtful of and considerate of and aware of, and try to think, how am I treating people? Am I allowing my crabby days to be taken out on those people that I love? Those are good things to kind of look at and self-assess. And if you do find that you're one of those people that's hard to love, my suggestion would be to trust that God can change you for the better. He can soften you. He can make you gentler. He can make you more patient. I encourage you to ask Him to do that. Ask Him to help you to be more loving towards others. Ask Him to help you how to love others. Because I think truly a lot of people don't know how to love others, and I think truly many people don't know how to receive love either. So I think I mentioned in a most recent video, maybe in the last week or so, that we have healing to do. Each one of us has something that's tucked deep inside that hurts us, and then maybe not willingly or meaning to, then we tend to take that out on other people. So those are things to think about too. But ultimately, just think about how you're treating people. And if you're not treating people very well, even with the holidays coming up, I think it's a really great time to try harder, to just be more loving. And those people that are hard to love, I have to say it, those are the ones that you want to love harder. I've always heard that that quote that says, hurting people hurt people. And so, you know, there may just be a grumbly person that's in the habit of just, you know, being hurtful because that's what they do. Those people can change too with God's help. And ultimately, we just want to, you know, we want to love people. I think my brain just blanked. I'm actually looking at parking spots to pick my son up, and I realized I forgot my coat, so I'm thinking I'll probably just go through the car line, and then I don't have to get out of my warm car. So hopefully I also don't have any car trouble in the sense that I would have to walk anywhere, because like I said, I forgot my coat today. I swear it was warmer earlier, maybe, who knows, but either way, that's where my brain is right now. So I'm going to go around the block. I'm going to get into the car line. On that note, figure out what makes you feel loved. Figure out how you can love others. Ask God for your help if you're one of those people that's kind of just annoying people with your unlovable ways. In all seriousness, have a great day.